welcome to Odyssey's virtual interactive experiences. We're really happy to see you here for our Old Town of Dubrovnik session. Our subject expert today is Michael Warman. Michael is half English, half Croatian, and has been in the travel industry for over 25 years, the last 8 of which has been as a guide in Dubrovnik. He started his career in England and has worked in several countries, including the Maldives and Sri Lanka. He loves painting and is very passionate about music and football. For Game of Thrones fans, you'd be interested to know he was an extra on a few of the episodes of the series, and he absolutely loved the experience. Today, Michael will walk us live through the walled Old Town, entering through its eastern gate and showing us the beautiful sights of Dubrovnik, including its buildings and churches. So it's everybody enjoy the session, and Michael, it's over to you.
Thank you so much, and good afternoon here from a beautiful sunny day in Dubrovnik. We're at the Eastern Gate, and over the next hour or so we are going to explore the beautiful streets, architecture and history of this amazing city. But let's start actually with a history. Dubrovnik is a place with rich history and most beautiful architecture. I'm just going to switch the camera around from me onto where we are at the moment. We are on the Eastern Gate, the entrance to the Old Town, the medieval fortified city enclosed in walls and forts entirely. It is one of the most beautiful and best preserved medieval cities in the world. So this is the alleyway. It's a medieval design, so actually you don't get through to the gate and enter the city right away. It would have been defensively a very weak design. So what they did is they designed the alleyway, and look at these empty streets. Can you believe that? I mean, it's beginning of September. 3 million people would have walked these streets between March and October. And this is the gate that gets us to the harbour. We're going to take a short stroll through there, but first I'm going to give you a glimpse of Stradun. This is the limestone paved street, 1,000 feet long, and it is the place where people congregate, a place in Dubrovnik where for centuries people would meet, where people would fall in love and meet their partners. And this is the heart, the actual real artery, the main artery, and one of the most beautiful streets in the world. There is Stradun. We call it Stradun. The official name is Plaza, but Stradun, it takes after the Italian word of strada. And it is really a magnificent. Let me just switch the camera. We just came in front of the Cathedral of Dubrovnik. It's an interesting thing to note. This is a Baroque architecture. Earlier on, we saw Gothic architecture with pointed windows in the Dominican monastery. And cathedral is Baroque. Cathedral is your central building. In a Christian Catholic community, cathedral is the most important building. Now, this from the very early centuries, from about 7th century, is a Christian Catholic community. And so Baroque is an architecture of the 18th century. As I exit the cathedral through the other gate, we are now seeing the Rector's Palace. The Rector's Palace is a place where the head of state would live. And Dubrovnik was a very well-run community. This Republic of Dubrovnik lasts for 450 years. So just show you the moments where the Game of Thrones have ended here, and also see the magnificent fort of St. Lawrence's. This is the St. George's Church here, that dates to 12th century. And we have up there a wonderful St. Lawrence's fort. This is the fort we get a lot of theatre, a lot of performances. Daniel Day-Lewis did his Hamlet, To Be or Not to Be, up there. So quite a... And this is actually, on few occasions, the Blackwater battle in the Game of Thrones takes place here. And this is the pier. This is right, very moment, very spot where the whole series comes to an end. And this is where they part ways. You may also remember right at the top of this pier, Littlefinger was talking to Sansa as she was plotting to escape King's Landing. It's a beautiful, tranquil little harbour, and I grew up around this neighbourhood. So.
Okay, Michael, I think that's it. Thank you so much. It was so wonderful to see Dubrovnik like this. May not have been ideal, but it was lovely for us to see it without the crowds as well. So I think this was a treat, and maybe entice everyone to go to Dubrovnik and see it for real. So I hope that happens sooner than later, that we can travel and you can have us over. So thank you for attending.
Thank you to all the Odyssey and everybody